107.5 The Game Podcasting is sponsored by Modern Exterminating, a family-oriented company. Professional, honest, and dependable pest control solutions. We're your one-stop shop for all pests.
In your estimation, with two teams that can't run and one does have a better defense, at least on paper, LSU, than South Carolina, where are those margins tomorrow night to keep Carolina in this game the way, Langston, they were, in the game late at Missouri?
I think a couple things come to mind when I think about, like, the margins and what's going to be the difference maker. Of course, the bye week. Both teams had a bye week, but went into the bye week. One went in with a win. One came in off a loss. The next thing, you think about bye week getting healthy. You hate to hear that report from our, offensive line and all those guys. It's just football. That's just what it is. You got to deal with injuries. But you think LSU's coming out of this deal, especially when the quarterback stance, because they won't admit it, but, there's obviously something wrong with him. So hopefully, he's got one or two more weeks in him until he's all the way healthy. He can wait till after our game to get all the way back to that. Because, again, he hasn't been in the best form. And then you talk about turnovers, like both teams kind of protect the football at the same rate, and we both kind of take the ball away from our opponent at the same rate. So I think it's going to have to be a push deal, but us going on the road is going to be a really, really tough deal. All that being said, two things come to mind when I think about all of that, because it kind of feels even to me, and I know the big difference is LSU at night. We're going to talk about that environment, all those different things here in a second. But my coach is better than your coach. My player is better than your player. At the end of the day, I think Shea Baber is a better coach, and he's going to figure out a way to galvanize these guys, even though it's going to be on the road. And we got that dude at the end of the day.
My question to you as a defender is what that film study is like. I know you played in the interior of the line, but regardless, if an opponent is prone to that kind of play, what's the film study like in terms of the anticipation levels?
Oh man, if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm just planting that seed as early as I can in the week that this dude is super accurate, and I think that's one of the reasons why it happens is because Nussmeier, one, being a kind of a coach's son, he is a coach's son, and then he has some good accuracy, but with that accuracy gives you a little bravado, gives you, man, I can put that in. I can watch me land this thing. And again, that's why I'm not a pilot, because I don't have that kind of, that type of gusto. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where you see some of those plays at. So for him, if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm trying to plant that seed early as possible, trying to show them those plays where it was close. A lot of, even the ones that don't get, a lot of those interceptors that might have been tips or overthrows that just fell to the ground, but, showing them, man, right here, this is how close we are. If you in the right position, this will be very applicable for us. You're going to be able to be in a position to do what you need to do. Fred, Vakari Swint, the rest of these guys, all the things that we hopefully, Brandon Cisse, hopefully, because again, a lot of these guys have been talking about Cisse. He's been playing. He's been pretty dominant, I guess, as far as not dominant, but, pretty efficient. I know he ranks in the top 20 as far as, like, covering guys, but it just hadn't really shown itself, and we've been waiting for that kind of big return on investment from the NIL deal, especially in the form of, like, interceptions. This would be a great time to do it, but I think one of the biggest things for LSU and what we have to remember as a defense is that there's going to be opportunities where, Nussmeier might give you those one or two deals where you try to squeeze it into a tight place or it's a tip or an overthrow, but they want to take those big shots too, because they also feel like if they've missed on a lot of big shots, big plays, pass plays over 15, 16 yards, but they feel like if they've made 2 or 3 of those connections, it's a whole different narrative for their season. And again, they're still 4-1, and that's the thing Brian Kelly's been kind of harping on with this. Well, we're right there, guys, but this can be an opportunity for us. Again, a statement game to go into somebody else's place. And like I say all the time, no better place than to go and beat somebody you remember this forever, to have this team right here, because they're kind of, I think the boo birds will come out if there's not enough success series, if they don't come out hot enough for them. It's not going to be like how it was when we went down there to play LSU and we went up into halftime and they just came out ruined. I think if we go into the halftime up a substantial amount, it's over.